Welcome back to Blacks in Motion. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Super Bowl 48. All the other teams are gone. There are only two teams left. And if you ask me, it's the two best teams, really for real in real life, that have made it to the promised land. We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Now, like I said in the intro, I'm going to play a little game called Who Has the Advantage? And I want to talk about 5 aspects of the game: offense, defense, special teams, coaching, and who has the momentum. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Offense, it's a no-brainer. The Denver Broncos have the advantage. Why? Because they had the number 1 passing offense and the number 1 offense in the league this year, led by none other than Peyton Manning, who threw for a record 55 touchdowns. The guy was a robot this season. Yes, they have the advantage hands down, no questions asked. Now, on the other side of the ball, defense, the advantage goes to the Seattle Seahawks, led by their awesome secondary, nicknamed the Legion of Boom. Those guys are big, they're fast, and more so than anything, they're great football players, and they have a great mindset going out there leading the number 1 scoring defense in the league this year. Now, while you bullcorning, that is going to make a great matchup for the Super Bowl. Number 1 offense, number 1 defense should be for good football all around. Next, special teams. Now, this one was a little bit evenly matched, but if the Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Percy Harvin is able to play, along with Doug Baldwin, who had a great return in the NFC Championship game, the tide would have to kind of lean toward the Seahawks in the special teams area. Sometimes Super Bowls are won and games are won on plays made by the special teams. So make sure you pay attention to that. Advantage Seahawks. Now, coaching. Now, look, I think it's a little bit unfair because if you ask me, Peyton Manning is a coach on the field. So they have the advantage, the Broncos, because they have a real head coach in John Fox, but they also have Peyton Manning actually out there calling the plays at the line, making audibles. Omaha, which has been made so popular right now because of that audible that he's been calling through all these playoff games. Now, moving on to the area of momentum. If you ask me right now which team is riding the highest, it's the Seattle Seahawks. Why? They just had a big win over the San Francisco 49ers, who could have easily made it to the Super Bowl. Those guys were division rivals. They went ahead and took care of business up there at home in that loud dome. Also, they got the calm leadership of Russell Wilson at quarterback, but they also are riding high on the words of Richard Sherman, who totally destroyed Michael Crabtree after the NFC Championship game. Y'all leave that boy alone. He was just speaking his mind, and he was really, really crunk. So if we keep count, that's advantage 3 for Seattle and only 2 for the Denver Broncos, which matches up with Cliff's prediction. I do believe the Seattle Seahawks will defeat the Denver Broncos and win Super Bowl 48. You heard it here first. Hey, you can believe me or you don't have to. But what I want you to do is stay logged on, because when I come back, we're going to talk a little hoops and basketball, NBA. Stay logged on.